Trump is still trying to steal this election? Doctors and nurses are not so sure about this bug cure? And another crash could be coming. Find out more in this video. Alright guys, hopefully you guys are doing good. Welcome. This is my Twitter page in case you guys are not already following. What are you waiting for? Go ahead and click on the follow button right down here. Post pretty daily. As you guys can see, I got stock stuff, I got gym stuff, and this Lysol stuff. I might make a video about Lysol. If you guys want to see a video about Lysol, let me know in the comments below. Quick trivia question. Does anybody know what is the ticker symbol for Lysol? Without looking it up, I guarantee you don't, because it's some weird name. Alright, now let's begin the show. Okay guys, so we still have Trump trying to see what he can do to get this results turned, okay? Trump calls on GOP state legislators to overturn election results. The president's comments come after a series of legal defeats and with his options dwindling. Yeah guys, from what I'm seeing, it looks like he's in trouble, okay? Let's just be honest. He probably has something up his sleeve, but he looks like a man who's kind of concerned, but he's not saying a whole lot. Alright, Trump made explicit Saturday the strategy his legal team has been hinting at for days. This is his strategy, guys, okay? Listen, if you guys are on your MySpace, you're on your TikToks, whatever, just listen for a little bit here. He wants Republican-led legislators to overturn election results in states that Joe Biden won. Why is Sleepy Joe so quickly forming a cabinet when my investigators have found hundreds of thousands of fraudulent votes, enough to flip at least 4 states, which in turn is more than enough to win the election, Trump said, despite refusing to produce any evidence, either publicly or in court cases filed by his attorneys. Hopefully the courts and or legislators will have the courage to do what has to be done to maintain the integrity of our elections in the United States of America itself, Trump said. Now, I've been seeing these articles and they've been getting thrown out. So here's the thing, guys, okay? This is Trump's playbook. This is straight up speculation. He goes to the states, right? The states say, yo, election's over. You lost. Go home. He's going to say, no, I won. I'm going to show you. Here's how. So he goes to the state Supreme Court. They say no. He's going to go to probably the U.S. Supreme Court. And that's where it's going to be a showdown. We're going to have to see what happens. But it looks like that is the route we are going. Trump calls for lawmakers to hand the election is the most overt call he's made yet for state lawmakers to overturn the election results, but it also underscores his dwindling options. Michigan is due to certify its vote total on Monday, as are Pennsylvania counties, which would hand the statewide certification duty to Secretary of State Kathy Boockvar, a Democrat, on Friday. Georgia certified Biden's victory. Okay guys, so look, I'm just being objective here. So Georgia has certified Biden. On Monday is going to be a big day, which is tomorrow. Pennsylvania counties, if they certify, and Michigan, I think at that point it's going to be game over. I mean, what else is Trump going to be able to do? Unless, like I said, he goes to Supreme Court and Supreme Court somehow overrules or does whatever legal thing. I have no idea, but it looks like that is the potential route. But it looks like Trump's clock is ticking, guys. Okay, he's going to have to probably throw in the towel here sooner or later. I don't know how much more outs his lawyers have. CNN, politics, Trump's attempt to steal the election unravels as bug cases surge. Alright, Trump's attempt to overturn his election loss are plunging deeper into incoherence. And in case you guys don't know, CNN and Trump are like best friends, okay? CNN always has positive things to say about Trump. Okay, not really, they don't. They have a lot of negative, but that's okay. Like I said, we're here to give you different sides. You can decide for yourself what you think is true or not. This claim, like Frankenstein's monster, has been haphazardly stitched together from 2 distinct theories in an attempt to avoid controlling precedent. His decision prompted another Republican, Senator Pat Toomey, who is not running for re-election in 2022, to do bare minimum in breaking ranks with party leaders acknowledging Joe Biden as president-elect. Trump's petulance worsens the bug pain. More than 255,000 are already deceased, millions out of work, and the administration and its Republican allies in the Senate deemed to deepen the despair. So you guys, it's a lot of strong language to kind of bring Trump down. But like I said, there's a lot of negativity here, and some of it's true, and some of it you got to kind of do some more research. The expanded federal unemployment benefits extended as part of the $2 trillion package passed earlier this year are due to run out just after Christmas. Okay, guys, so that is huge, right? So the Fed the Fed's trying to help everybody out, right? They're trying to do what they can. I mean, who cares about our deficit or our debt? That's not important. $2 trillion package was passed earlier. It's going to run out after Christmas, and it's going to affect an estimated 12 million Americans. For now, there's little to suggest a coming renaissance in negotiating on Capitol Hill. Like I said, guys, Nancy Pelosi, she's smart too, okay? She might be playing dumb and look kind of dumb, but look, she knows what she's doing, okay? She knows that Biden is going to be in there probably, and once Biden gets in, guess what? You're going to have your Democrats, your Republicans, they're going to sit down, come to a deal, and guess what? Biden, the Democrats are going to look good, and that is the game plan. That's what they're going to do. Okay, with more than 12, whoops, can't read that small. With more than 12 million cases, over 250,000 Americans deceased, more than 60 million unemployment claims filed since March, 8 million people have been pushed into poverty, and over 100,000 businesses destroyed. Anyone musing politics makes inaction explainable. Better just resign now and let the patriotic essential workers take the reins. You know what, guys? I want to ask you a quick question, okay? Let's kind of deviate away from this for a sec. Have you guys noticed more moving trucks in your area? Or is it just me? Because when I come home from work and on the way home, I see a lot more moving trucks. I think people are either moving out or they're moving back home, because people I've been talking to, the struggle is real. And yeah, some of these jobs that have been lost from the service industries, they're not going to be coming back, guys, okay? I don't want to go on a whole tangent on that, but a lot of these jobs that have been lost, it's going to probably not come back. Let's continue on here. Okay, here we go, guys. This is breaking news, okay? Judge dismisses Trump's campaign's latest attempt to stop certification of Pennsylvania election results. A federal judge in Pennsylvania on Saturday dismissed a lawsuit by the Trump campaign that sought to block certification of Pennsylvania's election results. The Trump campaign said Saturday they plan to appeal. Trump's lawyer, Mr. Giuliani, insisted Saturday there is no such evidence that Pennsylvania Democrats eliminated our opportunity to present 50 witnesses. There is evidence. There is evidence that Democrats, they did not allow them to present 50 witnesses, and other evidence that election officials blatantly ignored Pennsylvania's law denying independent review. Okay, let's continue on here. The Trump campaign's brief tried to rehash claims that the campaign appeared to abandon earlier this week. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Campaign estimates more than 680,000 ballots were processed in 2 Pennsylvania counties, Allegheny and Philadelphia, but no observation was allowed. Like I said, guys, I think this is part of Trump's playbook. He knows that the states, they're probably not going to overturn it, because if they overturn the results, it's going to be complete havoc and chaos all over the place, right? So Trump, knowing that, he's going to probably just take it to the Supreme Court and let the Supreme Court figure out what they're going to do. Next thing here, Trump's legal team cried vote fraud, but courts found none. Okay. Giuliani has been leading the campaign. There has been no fraud that has been found. Those mail-in ballots could have been written the days before by the Democratic Party. Hacks that were all over the convention center. He promised to file a new round of lawsuits. He rambled. This is a very, very strong case, he asserted. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Associated Press, guys, also is not really a fan of Trump. And yeah, it looks like just the same thing. They're trying to say that they have a good case, but the courts have tossed it out. Okay. Strategy may have played well in front of television cameras and on talk radio, but it has proved a disaster in court, where judges uniformly rejected their claims of vote fraud and found the campaign's legal work amateurish. CNN judges devastating question for Team Trump. President Trump's lawyer Giuliani made a rare appearance as an advocate in the courtroom this week in a baseless and hopeless effort to invalidate Joe Biden's victory. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, you're alleging that the 2 individual plaintiffs were denied the right to vote, but at bottom, you're asking this court to invalidate more than 6.8 million votes, thereby disenfranchising every single voter in the Commonwealth. Could you tell me how this result could possibly be justified? That's a good question, guys. I mean, hopefully Giuliani has an answer for him, but tough questions. Truth versus Trump, bug, and Thanksgiving. Are you guys going to have Thanksgiving with the fam, or are you guys staying home to avoid the bug? Because right now I'm seeing both sides. You got one side that's going to get together regardless. You got one side that's kind of limiting / canceling Thanksgiving. I mean, tough decisions to make here. Trump questions why Biden's forming cabinet as his legal team continues voter fraud fight. The president's latest remark came as some GOP lawmakers have been pushing back against him. like I said, guys, this is a very, very bizarre election, okay? I have never seen anything like this. This is very bizarre. Biden is trying to form his team, which it makes sense. He's president-elect. He got elected, right? He's forming his team, but Trump is saying, hey, until everything is done, what the hell is Biden doing? But like I said, the clock is ticking. There might be something that comes. There might be some wild card that we don't know about or is going to come out, but at the moment, it's not looking good, guys, okay? Trump took to Twitter on Saturday night to voice frustrations about Joe Biden making cabinet choices as Trump's legal team is continuing the push of allegations of election and voter fraud. Why is Biden so quick to forming a cabinet when my investigators have found hundreds of thousands of fraudulent votes? Now here's the thing, guys. Let's say that this is 100% fact, right? There has been hundreds of thousands of votes. He would need about like 1 million or so, right? I mean, I know some of the states were close, but I don't know how valid this claim is that he's made here, right? Trump has said some things that haven't been 100% accurate. He said some things that have been accurate, but we gotta do our own research here and make sure what is and is not accurate, okay? Trump takes on Liz Cheney. The president and his lawyers have made claims of criminality and widespread fraud, which they allege could impact election results. If they have genuine evidence of this, they are obligated to present it immediately in court to the American people. If the president cannot prove these claims or demonstrate that they would change the election result, he should fulfill his oath to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the U.S. by respecting the sanctity of our electoral process, she had. Very well said. This is Miss Liz Cheney. That seems reasonable to me. That makes sense, right? So whatever Trump has, he has to bring to the table like right now. His clock is ticking, guys, okay? It is almost Thanksgiving, and like I said, less than 2 months. We're going to either have a Trump re-election or a Biden presidency, which looks like at the moment we're going to have a Biden presidency because I don't see Trump doing a whole lot unless, like I said, there's some wild card we do not know about, which is possible, okay? We live in crazy times right now. You never know what's going to happen. And also, too, hot topic, California residents protest their curfew. I told you guys, California, it got crazy. It's a you-know-what show in California. That's why he got out. Let's continue on. Trump admin overrules Jerome Powell and cuts off Fed emergency lending program. Right, guys, this was big news. Recently, I'd heard about this. The Fed, they passed their package. As I told you guys in the first tab I had up here, we're going to be running out of that money. It's going to expire end of the year by Christmas time, and then we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do. If we're going to have another package or if we're just going to let this thing ride out. Either way, people are struggling, so if they're smart, they're going to probably have some type of package. But like I said, Nancy Pelosi knows what she's doing. This is not the first time she's played this game. She wants to play her cards right, and she's waiting until it is 100% without a doubt confirmed, and Trump concedes before Joe Biden gets in, and then they will pass a package. That's my prediction. Second stimulus check. What's the latest? Joe Biden has said economic impact payments from the CARES Act provided $1,200 for individuals, and the president-elect is eager to earn more financial support. What does Joe Biden want from the package? The CARES Act was passed. Package should include more resources to fight the bug, relief for working families and small businesses, support for state and local governments trying to keep frontline workers on the payroll. So basically the same stuff. Joe Biden wants to expand it, right? He's with Pelosi, they're best friends, and they're going to try to have a bigger package than what they had before. I don't think Joe's going to want to compromise too much with it, right? He's going to want to look good. He's going to have a big package, and there he is. Let's continue on here. I got a couple more things here, and then we're going to wrap this up and move on. Doctors and nurses want more data before championing the bug juice to end the bug. Alright, guys, so the bug juice to end the bug. Okay. Health systems are launching bids to assure the medical workers that bug juice will be safe and effective. This is from the Washington Post, which is more left-leaning. Doctors and nurses coping with the daily risk of the bug are expected to get top priority to receive bug juice that could become available as soon as next month, but it's an open question how many sees their place at the front of the line, right, guys? So they said early as next month we could be getting some of this stuff. You got Pfizer, Moderna leading the way, and like I said, the $1 million question here that we really haven't had a definite answer is, A, are states going to mandate it? Is it going to be mandated? Is it voluntary? Is it going to be a federal thing? If Biden wins, is it going to be federal? A lot of questions. I couldn't tell you which way we're going to go, but those are the things that I know are on everyone's mind. Some people want it, some people don't. The best thing to do would just be give people a choice, right? But like I said, we're going to have to play this thing out and see what happens. It's going to be crucial if either Trump or Biden is elected. I don't know if via executive order Biden could even do something, or Trump could do something to make it so everybody has to have the bug juice, okay? Like I said, I'm not a legal expert, but that's kind of what I'm seeing at the moment. When could the first bug juice be given in the U.S.? Given the regulatory timeline, December 13th, which is in a few weeks, is the earliest the first round of bug juice against the bug could start to be given to select Americans. Pfizer, BioNTech applied for emergency use of the bug juice from the FDA. Moderna expected to send application for the bug juice 1 to 2 weeks later, perhaps by December 4th. Emergency use is a fast-track bug juice authorization that can be processed much more quickly than the usual biologics license application, which results in FDA licensing a drug or bug juice. Okay, and Trump has been saying that he takes credit because he has allowed this thing to proceed and he cut back on the regulations for it. Again, that's a whole other discussion, but let's just say we're just gonna go off what he's giving us, right? That's all we got at the moment. Last thing I have for you guys, stock related. Bill Ackman sounds alarm for another bug market crash despite bug juice hype. In case you guys don't know, Bill Ackman, who is he? He is a prominent hedge fund manager and is betting that the bug issue that we have right now could rally the U.S. market much like it did in March, in a time where major stock indexes just soared to an all-time high. Last time he made similar bets, he won and profited $2.6 billion or 10% return on his investment in less than a month. If you have those type of returns, guys, I think you have an idea of what you're doing. At the Financial Times Dealmakers Conference on Tuesday, Ackman revealed that his hedge fund firm, Pershing Square Capital Management, bought a set of direct credit card default swap, a financial derivative, to insure his firm against a wave of corporate defaults on Monday. Again, guys, I'm not an expert. This is not stock advice, but something to kind of look at and do some more research to see how much of what he's saying is, how much validity there is to what he's saying. He used the profits to buy shares in several existing portfolio companies, including Agilent Technologies, Berkshire Hathaway, Hilton Worldwide Holdings, and Lowe's and Restaurant Brands International. Alright guys, so there you have it. Those are kind of the main things that we have today, and it's probably going to have more information coming out here in a couple hours because it's hard to keep track of everything. But anyways, hopefully that helps you guys for your planning, whatever you're planning to do in the future, if it is related to the voting, if it's related to the bug juice or stocks, okay, whatever you guys are into. Alright, anyways, that's going to be the next video. As always, if you're not subscribed, don't subscribe, and if you like the video, don't forget to give it a like. Until next time, peace.